you Google the word mead, you'll see it's one of the fastest growing categories of alcohol in the U.S. But aside from Bud Light ads and Renaissance fairs, most of us don't know what the buzz is about. So we're checking out Mead 101 on The Breakdown.
It's considered one of, if not the oldest, fermented beverage on Earth.
It predates agriculture.
And what exactly is this sweet drink called mead?
Mead is wine that's made from honey. We ferment it with specific strains of yeast to create different flavors.
Jennifer Herbert, co-owner of Superstition Meadery in Prescott, Arizona, is giving us a crash course in all things mead. And our first lesson is how it's made.
It seems very simple. It's the fermentation of honey, water, and yeast.
That's the old-fashioned homebrew method, which is just pour honey, water, and yeast into a container, wait a few weeks, and voila, mead.
At Commercial Meadery, we make it a little differently. We have very specific fermentation techniques that differ from home brewing. We introduce different nutrients to the honey that help assist the yeast to do their job.
This technique gives it a more refined taste.
We have many people that say, I've had mead and I don't like it, it doesn't taste good, and it's due to improper fermentation techniques. So when you have a commercial mead, it's going to taste a lot different than a homebrewed mead.
Next, let's talk about the most common types of mead.
One of them is just a traditional mead. It tastes like honey. You get the notes of floral depending on where the bees have gone.
This is the purest form of mead, just honey, yeast, and water.
Any mead that you make with fruit is called a melomel. Some of our favorite fruits to use are raspberries, blueberries, blackberries.
Our last lesson about mead is how to pair it with food. The Superstition Meadery's Director of Education, Giovanna Horning, says that pairing both sweet and savory foods is simple.
There are literally hundreds of different kinds of meads, different styles, sweetness levels, and you can find a food that pairs with each different style.
For something sweet,
so here we have a dessert style mead. It's very full-bodied and sweet. It's going to pair well with our truffles here. For something a little more savory, like our smoked salmon bruschetta, I'd pair it with something oaky, like our Lagrimas de Oro, or something a little more acidic that's also bourbon barrel aged, like our Harris Orchard here.
So pour yourself a glass of history, the ancient art of mead, on The Breakdown.